Hi, we're Tom and Dan, and we're known as the Garage Luthiers of the Paradise Guitar Exchange. Today, we came across a Les Paul that's lost its head. As you can see, this traditional pro has had an accident. Otherwise, the body and the neck are in really good shape. The neck is really straight, looks like it's rosewood, has some nice inlays. The body itself, I think, is blue. Daniel thinks it's black, so maybe we'll call it the black and blue. And as you can see, it's got zebra stripe humbucker pickups. And I know from reading the ad for it that it has coil splitting. But first, we're going to have Daniel turn the guitar over, and we're going to see how well the head might be to reattach. And when you look at the split right here, it looks pretty clean. And then when I take the head and I place it, it slides right into place. So if we take the right kind of glue, and I think we're going to try some hide glue, I think it's really going to help. But first, notice all these great tuners. We're going to have to take those off. But I know the most boring thing to watch in one of these videos is somebody taking those tuners off. But I've already loosened them, and I've been able to get them ready for quick detachment. Now we're back. We've eliminated the most boring part of the entire project, which is taking out these Grover tuning pegs. And my trusty assistant, Daniel, has removed them and kept them all in nice order. And now you can see here is the headstock. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be gluing it on here. See how well that's going to fit? Now, we're going to show you a little bit of a boring part. Now, for this glue up, I decided to get some hide glue. I can't be bothered with the kind of hide glue that you have to heat up because it just takes, it dries too quickly, and I don't want to spend money on a glue pot. But first, I take my hide glue and I put it on a simple piece of Post-it note. And then I take a regular Q-tip that you can get anywhere, and I fill the area to be glued with the hide glue. And the beauty of hide glue is, if you do this wrong, you can come at it with a hairdryer or a heat gun, and the glue melts, and you can take it apart and fix it again until you have it right. But then once it dries for, a few weeks or a month, it becomes a lot harder to take apart, and the object becomes really solid at that point. But it becomes solid enough to, play the guitar in just 24 hours. Although sometimes when you read the package, they'll tell you it really glues up much faster than that, but I like to take my time. But as you can see here, we add a little bit more. Almost looks like tree sap. Now when you do your actual glue up, you have to be careful that you're ready with your clamps, and you're ready with your glue, and you're ready with paper towels, because you're going to need paper towels. It's just kind of the way it is. Now, so since we've glued it all up, we can fit this in place very carefully. And you always get a little bit of the glue starting to come out, but you don't want too much of it to come out. And then I take this real simple clamp. Whoops, that slipped just a little bit. This is actually the hard part. Now we take this and we'll wipe it off a bit. Because if you wipe it now, it's so much easier than having to clean it up later. So, got that in place. It's looking pretty good. But first, we need a little coal, which is nothing but a little piece of wood. And we put it on there. And we clamp it. little bit of slide. And I've actually seen people at this time get a little hammer or a mallet to tap it into position. But I think this is moving almost well enough.